Okay, so addressing my post on the glass of water technique, the Silva Method, I got a really good question. So the question was, how does the solution come to you? Now, I've only done this for 3 nights, so I'm basing it on my experience. And the first night, well, without going into too much detail about what my problem was, it wasn't a simple problem to me. It was a big problem, but it was a simple solution. So I did the technique and I asked for a solution. And when I woke up the next morning and I came to and was in my awake reality, the solution came to me as words. It was just a message that I received, which was just to call this person. And so I did that, and the issue was completely resolved. So I had no more problem there. Now, that was extremely simple, but what it did for me, but that's how I received it, to answer the question. But to go into a little bit more detail, this was a problem that I had heard of from 2 other people that I started kind of going back and forth in my head about, and wasn't sure how to address it, what to do. And it was just kind of sitting with me for a couple days, and that doesn't feel good, right? So when I asked to solve this and I got the solution just to call, I realized not only was it solved, but what I was doing, the self-sabotage, the ruminating, right? So that was a good lesson for me, and ultimately just to confront, to put myself in those uncomfortable situations where I need to maybe confront something that I'm not looking forward to. Okay, the second night that I did this, it was a pretty big ask. So I asked for the solution and guidance on a bigger issue that I have been having for some time now, that seems to just be getting worse. And it encompassed a lot. I don't think this is just going to be a simple solution like my first situation. So I think that everyone's experience is going to be different, and it's depending on their ask. Start asking, just do it initially. If you're just starting it, I would suggest just something that's not too big, right? Solve something, lost keys or whatever, just something simple. But so my second night, so I did it, and then I woke up the next day and I had an idea. So the only thing in my mind when I woke up was this idea. So I took action and I implemented some actions to create this idea that I'm having. Now, I don't think that's going to happen in a day or 2. I mean, that would be great if it does, but it's in process. Okay. So then later that day, I received an email, and this email actually solved a big portion of this problem. It was a specific ask in my problem for this specific solution, and it's really wild. Maybe I'll go into more detail about this later, but it's mind-blowing that this occurred. Later that day, I got another email, completely unrelated, but it also solved a part of this problem as well. All right, so yeah, and I'm just going with it. I feel totally in alignment, and for me, I know that it's coming down to my intention. So I have the intention of solving this, getting myself out of this stuckness that I get into, that this problem is continuing to cause me. And so this was kind of a big ask, and I'm getting a lot of different solutions, but it's all headed the right direction. I feel like it's a good flow of energy. So yes, please follow me if you want more. Ask me questions. I'd love to address them. I'm new to this whole TikTok thing, but hopefully I'll figure out how to get this posted, and I'll try to keep it short. It's almost at 5 minutes, but sending you guys love. So much love and gratitude, and just blessing you with all the amazing energies.